Welcome to the Rob and Kale podcast. Rob Sanders.
Clemson is going to kick the shit out of the South Carolina Gamecocks probably for the next 10 years every time they run across each other.
Kale Carolina Jackpot Hall.
The South Carolina Gamecocks are weaker than a plate full of piss.
The Rob and Kale podcasts.
Let's go.
And welcome into the Rob and Kale podcast. My name is Rob Sanders, coming to you from Columbia, South Carolina. I work near downtown. I mean, I couldn't throw a rock and hit that shithole Williams-Brice Stadium, but you could see it from where I work, I think. Anyway, I do have a podcast partner. He is my buddy in the upstate. He is, of course, the #1 Gamecock YouTuber on the planet. He is Mr. Carolina Jackpot Kale Hall.
He's simply ravishing.
What's up, gang online? How's everything going this evening? It's been a long week. It's been a long week without our peeps here, but back finally in the old saddle again, and glad to be here tonight.
Yeah, it's great to be back and doing our thing, man. Of course, we got a lot of things to get into this evening. I thought we'd do kind of a look back there, Jackpot, on the bowl games and what we learned and what we didn't learn, and our bowl games worth of shit. We can talk about that. Also, we have our college football bowl pick'em challenge, of course, sponsored by Callaway's. And I tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and share the standings here with you. And it's kind of neat because there were a lot of people that really got kind of, I don't know what the proper term to use here, Jackpot, but let's just say that they got screwed by LSU last night, because there were some people that were in contention to take home some money. And yeah, LSU kind of fucked everybody. They had 55 people in the contest. Only 17 picked Kansas State. Your thoughts on that?
Carolina Jackpot, one of those 17 people.
Carolina Jackpot has actually been on fire. He's gotten, I think it's 4 out of the last 5 picks correct. Woo. And he's sitting right there in that range where we're paying the top 3. And Jackpot, you could win some money. I don't think you can win the whole thing, but you can definitely win some money.
That is awesome.
I think the winner is going to come down to Miss Edge or Beth Webb, because they both have 21 and 20. One of those two will win. Nobody in the 19 or 18 range can get into the 21 pick there, but I think that if you're in the 18 range, you can finish theoretically in third. Of course, we have one bowl game left, and that's of course not a bowl game; it's the CFP championship game. That, of course, the form is up for that on the RobandComrade.com or RobandKaleShow.com website and the Rob and Kale Facebook page. You can go and fill that out now. There are 3 questions on that form there, Jackpot. They are the following: who you've got for the winner. And by the way, I looked at the opening line from VegasInsiders.com was Alabama -1. It's been moved up to Georgia -3. It's a little bit of a swing there, but we go with the opening line. So it's Alabama -1. So you need to pick who you have in that game. And then the 3 tiebreakers are total points, points for Alabama, points for Georgia. That way we can determine if we have a bunch of people that finish with 20, then we'll size them up like that. So, and we're going to crown a champion on Monday night.
Yeah. Can't believe it's already here. Crazy.
Absolutely crazy. But thanks to Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com for sponsoring the show, the podcast, and the Bowl Pick'em Challenge. So we're going to crown a champion. Looking forward to that. Also, you need to go by to Callaway's and get your wings and everything else. Yeah, they have great food, great wings, all kinds of good stuff. Callaway's Bar and Grill, Callaway'sBarandGrill.com. Highway 1, diagonal from the Walmart in West Columbia. We also have Dennis Wilson from DNC Trucking and Transport, who was hauling some hot mess all over Illinois. It was like seven fucking degrees. Dennis is out there in the snow, keeping America rolling. Thanks to Dennis for sponsoring the show. We have a fireside chats with Uncle Jackpot. Jackpot, read away.
Fireside Jackpot chats. We're going to have to delay just a little bit because the old iPad, for some reason, that didn't come through. It came through on the iPod though, but it didn't come through over here. So let me try to reboot this thing and see if I can get it to come on through.
But we'll wait on that. That's fine. So yeah, we'll go that route.
May just have to bring an old one.
That's fine. We'll make it work. Trust me. Dennis bought for the whole year, so he'll get his spots. That's the way that it works. Anyway, Jackpot, let's talk a little bit about the bowl season. Was there a bowl game that shocked you?
One that shocked me?
Yeah, one that shocked you a little bit.
Well, that Jimmy Kimmel Bowl was something. I'm trying to think. Well, the Ohio State Utah game really pissed me off because Ryan Day and his little Just for Boys beard cost me about $400 because he couldn't score a fucking touchdown. So that pissed me the fuck off. I was just, all the opt-out, all the cancellations was just crazy because there were some games there that I would like to have seen. I did like it that some of the teams were able to figure out a way to like join forces and have bowl games like the Central Michigan Washington State thing, where they were both supposed to play different opponents, and they ended up playing that one. I thought that was pretty cool. But anything that really shocked me, obviously the Gamecocks performance kind of came out of nowhere and surprised me that they won that game with such ease, and UNC really they weren't really lacking anyone in that game, so I thought that was a great one. That was probably the biggest surprise, to be quite honest. It really was.
Was there anything that disgusted you? And I say that because fucking NC State. And Jackpot's quick to point this out that I don't like Dave Dorn. But this idiot, he had the right to bitch about not playing the game. They canceled it, didn't give him notice or anything else. But you didn't play. So stop telling people this whole thing of, oh, we're a 10-win team. And then Jackpot, he went and took pictures with the damn bowl trophy. You didn't play. Holy shit.
He did that?
Yeah, there's pictures of him with the bowl trophy, and all the players are holding the bowl trophy. And it's like, dude, you didn't win anything. You just showed up. Congratulations, all your team all washed their hands.
Congratulations for getting on an airplane.
Yeah, and it's just a mess, man. If you didn't see, game,
you didn't see Dabo Swinney holding up the tomahawk last year after they went to Florida State, and they shut out of the game there at the last minute.
Yeah. That was one of the things that was like, really? God, just stop. The whole thing with him holding, and I'm looking for the picture because I want to show it to you, with him holding the trophy. It's out there. I've got it. I'm looking for it right now.
What a clown.
That's the most clown move ever. I'm going to stand there with the Holiday Bowl trophy after, here it is.
That's like Dan Mullen clown level.
Yeah, here you go. There's, I'm going to show you. All right, hold on. I'm going to show everybody the picture here. This is this idiot. And let me take Brock's statement away there. Brock's got a good point, but look at this fool. I don't even know. It's like, how do you accept this? Look at this, Jackpot. Come on, share it. Damn it.
Technical difficulties over there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll have it up in a minute as my stuff is acting silly here. But yeah, that was one of the things that kind of was like, ugh, what a mess. What a mess, right?
That's insane. And like I said, that's Dan Mullen clown level silly. Um, you know, just accept it. You went home. You got some kind of consolation money out of that. He's kind of a tool bag.
Jackpot. The folks are arguing about the Tennessee Purdue matchup. Do you think Tennessee got hosed?
Yeah, that was a bad call, but I mean, honestly, they had a chance. They should have won that game in regulation. I mean, they can blame their dumbass coach. I mean, they tried two like really deep passes down the sideline, tough routes. On second and third down there at the end of regulation. I mean, they could have gotten their kicker a little bit closer for that game-winning field goal attempt. Instead, the kid has to try it from like 57 yards or something when he hasn't hit one past 45 yards all year long. So, I mean, that was bad clock management and bad positioning on the field for that one to begin with. So you could make the argument also that they never should have even been in that situation.
Right.
Their defense was horrible. So, like, I mean, how do you know that you'd have won that game anyway? I mean, had you scored and taken the lead there, there's no guarantee.
I can agree with that. Just I'm in the camp, and Billy's calling me out on it. The bowl games don't matter anymore. But that was an exciting end to the bowl game. I'll give you that, Jackpot. But yeah,
that was one of the best ones. I was driving home when that was being played, and the fourth quarter started like, I don't know, 20 miles on the other side.
I'm sorry. I finally got that picture up there. This is that idiot Dave Dorn with the freaking Holiday Bowl trophy.
Who's that on the right?
That's the guy that is like the bowl representative, giving them the. It's like, God, he had to take a picture with the fucking trophy.
What an ass! Well, he's just as much to blame.
What is the biggest ass thing ever? Oh, we didn't play, but we want to take the bowl trophy with us. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, wow.
What a mess.
Yeah, but I listened to that. That entire fourth quarter lasted from just the other side of Columbia, all the way to the QT in Clinton, South Carolina. So hey, that's a long little haul there for one quarter of football.
Yeah. Mr. Boogie says, "Tell Dak Joyner bowl games don't matter." That's a very fair statement, but in reality, in the grand scheme of things, they matter for certain players, but they don't matter for all of them because a lot of them just completely opted out. So that's kind of what we've had to deal with here. They're not the way that they were when we were younger. I know it sounds like I'm the old man yelling at the sky, but they're just different, don't you think, Jackpot?
Oh yeah, definitely. The world's changed. The world has changed.
The world has changed. Good point, sir. All right. Well, do you want to take calls, Jackpot? Why don't we do that?
Sure.
I don't mind moving up here. Why don't we take a second and talk about quickly here while I get the phones up? Clemson basketball sucked last night. How do you lose 10 at home to a team you beat by 17 on the road? I don't get it. And then South Carolina last night. I think it's fair to say that South Carolina sucked ass last night too. So not looking very good. So for those that follow women's basketball, I think Dawn Staley's going to be down a couple of players when she goes to LSU tomorrow night. LSU, of course, got Kim Mulkey from Baylor, and the Gamecocks might take it on the chin tomorrow at LSU. I'm just saying it might happen. They got a bunch of players that might be out. So, all right, let's call here. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Big Barney Ross here. Now,
What's up, buddy?
saying bowl games don't matter, so
They
I
don't.
thought I would take it upon myself to spice this thing up. I sent some emails to Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. East meets West, Georgia versus Alabama. And I didn't get no response from Jackie Chan, but I did get something back from the Chris. And let me read this to you here. Let me see here. It is. Let me see. It says, bowl games don't matter, man. You understand the words coming out of my mouth? So, Big Boney Ross, I'm out.
Okay. Fair enough with that. I just think that the bowl games don't matter like they used to. So only dum-dums actually think that they do matter now because it's not the same team that's playing that was playing in November. So there's that.
That's unreal.
It is. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. We'll take your picks for the championship game on Monday. There's a lot of I think there's some Georgia fans that's somewhat confident, and then there's a lot of them that are going in with a defeated attitude. There were folks on the rundown show today that said, "Hey, I'm a Georgia fan, but I don't think we have a chance." Do you think
Really?
Georgia has a chance on Monday? Yeah, I had 3 or 4 people say that.
That's kind of crazy.
I mean, they're there. I think they have a chance that they can win, but I think they're going to have to get over the whole mental hump of this is the team that you all year you were made to look like you were the best ever, and you took it on the chin in the SEC championship game. So there's that. And out to the phones we go. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
The ACC is the AM radio of modern football.
I guess when you're a drunk, that's what you have to. You can only speak about 8 words. Please don't drive, sir. Please don't do that. It's not good for you. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. Beth says it's a Saban thing. Good point. Good point. Brock says he thinks Hooker is good, but he isn't great. People are saying Hooker for Heisman, and I'm just not sold on him. He's good, just not this generational talent people talk him up to be. That's a fair statement. Someone asked about Antonio Brown. Yes, I think that is someone with mental issues. That may be there too. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. What'd you think of the Antonio Brown thing there, Jackpot?
That was crazy, wasn't it?
What a mess.
That was really crazy. I mean, who does that? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess when you got so much money, it doesn't matter anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. I think he needed like I think it was like 4 catches and a touchdown or something like that to get $1 million bonus. So
Really?
yeah, I mean he was right there, and he told him he didn't want to come back in, so that just didn't work out for him.
Well, he was. I mean, that was crazy, and you saw who they were playing in that game, and they were down by like 14 points at the time. You can see that when you start losing to the Jets, I mean, bad things can happen to you.
Yeah, that's true. Absolutely right about that.
Jets. It's a magic effect on people.
And he left, and then he came back.
Oh, we all knew they were going to blow it anyway.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, let me answer the phone here. Oh, man, my phone's acting silly. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Yeah, who's more back, Clemson or Tennessee?
Back from what? Hey, if you want to have an actual debate on college football, we can do that. If you're just going to call and say 7 words, it doesn't really help anything. J-Rock says Spencer Rattler for Heisman in 2022. Brock with a good question. Has Harrison Bailey landed somewhere? I haven't seen anything on that. Have
I
you?
haven't seen anything about it. There's so many other players in the transfer portal who are better. And which we really don't know. We really don't know what he's capable of doing. Really never got a chance to play a whole lot. So it's unfortunate. I think some people fall in the transfer portal and they never find their way out.
Dave Doran calls it the trash portal, which I still think is funny.
Is he not take people from the trash portal?
No, I think it's because he just sees so many young men that go into it that never really find a place to play, and they end up just floating, basically.
Well, you got to think. There's only so many other teams out there that you can go to, and the only reason they're going to be picking you up is to plug a hole. If there's not a need, for you at a certain position that they have available on their team, then you're going to get passed up a lot. And it seems like there's a lot of quarterbacks in the portal. There's only so many spots to go around, I guess.
Well, and if you think about it, like I think that there's a lot of quarterbacks there, but I think that the value could come in the transfer portal with defensive line and offensive line help.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I was an O lineman, I'd feel more confident I was going to get picked up.
All right, here comes Uncle Lou again with another dumb statement. Yes, dumb Lou.
Jackpot, you're a South Carolina fan. Let me ask you a question. Carolina Jackpot, why did the chicken cross the road?
I have no idea why.
To get to the other side. Why did Rob Sanders cross the road?
I have no clue why.
He had his dick stuck in the chicken.
I guess when you're dumb, that's the best that you can do. I guess that's when you're dumb. That's the best that you can do.
That was kind of classic.
803-470-2905.
Lord have mercy. The show's gone to hell.
What?
The show's gone to hell.
In the show already.
Oh yeah, but
it's not like playing this show. It's on Sunday church service. That's not happening. My response to Uncle Lou and his dumb joke.
Hope you find a therapist who can help you. I hope you die of ass cancer.
Fair enough. There you go. 803-470-2905. 803-470-2905. That's the number to dial if you want to join us here on the program this evening. As we roll along here, we'll take picks for the game on Sunday. And what was the other thing? Oh, someone asked, who do you think should replace Coach Peterson, who was the lone holdover from Will Muschamp's staff? And, of course, he left South Carolina to go home. And then, boom, to Florida. So South Carolina needs a new defensive line coach, basically, or linebacker coach.
Yeah, when did that happen? I didn't even know he was gone.
Happened yesterday.
Okay. So we need a new linebackers coach. I have no clue. I don't know.
Well, let me ask you this. What was your opinion about the fact that the linebackers and how they played this year? I don't think that was a power spot. Let's take that out.
It wasn't. I mean, there was also a lack of talent there as well. So it goes both ways. I don't know that was all Mike Peterson's fault.
Welcome into the program. Good evening.
Hey, this is Big Barney Ross calling you back. I thought it would just be neat to have Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan commentate the game or something, evening with. But I had no idea that I was going to call some kid to call and start trolling your show. I deeply apologize for that. I was just joking, but at least I had a point to it, But I'm so sorry to have on your show and trolling it from 12-year-old or however old that kid is. But I apologize, guys. I won't do that. Big Barney Ross, I'm out.
We welcome Uncle Lou to call the show. Uncle Lou can be a silly individual, but he can call the show. That's fine. The show is for the people. Everyone can call. It's not a big deal. Packalak says, Rob, how do you feel about the collapse of your Tater team? I don't think that they collapsed. They won 10 games for what, the 12th, 11th season in a row. 3 losses are to one team in the national championship game, a team with a Heisman Trophy finalist at quarterback, and one of the better defenses in the conference. So I don't think that they really fall off. I think they'll win 10 games again next year. So there's that.
I think they're talking about more of the mass exodus of coaches.
Yeah, I don't even know what to say about that, man. I do think that the stuff with Todd Bates, there was kind of a back and forth thing there where something was posted on Oklahoma's Twitter site where it was like, we didn't leave that defense in South Carolina, and they put all these stats that the Clemson defense had up, and then Clemson actually tweeted back at them and said, players make plays, which was sort of like I guess a pop back that, hey, you're a great coach, but the players made the plays. Welcome into the program. Good evening.
I'm not 12. I'm 9, and I don't appreciate one of the Flintstones calling in and mischaracterizing my age.
One of the Flintstones.
What the hell is the Flintstones reference?
I guess Big Barney Ross.
He's a Flintstone? I don't know.
Barney Rubble was a Flintstone, not Barney Ross, but close enough, I guess.
Mr. Boogie said, hate to see it, but I think Dak should transfer. Rattler not coming here to split reps.
Well, here's my thing. Yeah, I mean, there's no guarantee that guy's going to start at South Carolina. I mean, he didn't, he rode the bench at Oklahoma. I mean, who's to say it couldn't happen here?
Yeah, Shane Beamer.
People don't give us enough credit. I mean, we're a decent enough program where, I mean, if you're fucking up, you're going to be on the bench. I mean, just the way it is. I don't know.
Well, I don't think that Shane Beamer will have Eli Drinkowitz syndrome where he's starting one guy and that's it. I don't think that's happening. I think that he's stuck with Connor Bazelak until Bazelak basically probably cost him a couple of games. I think if Spencer Rattler comes here and he's not that good, they'll pull him. I kind of believe that. They'll run somebody else out there.
I mean, this is his chance at redemption. You know what I'm saying? So
yep.
He's got to prove himself. He's got to reprove himself, I guess.
803-470-2905 as we roll along here this evening. You can call into the program, talk about the stuff with Todd Bates, though, where kind of the back and forth between Oklahoma and Clemson on Twitter was kind of interesting. And I think that Bates, he may have gotten upset that they went with the younger defensive coordinator and didn't make him a defensive coordinator. And then he goes and he's like, well, okay. And then he ends up going to Oklahoma. He's the co-defensive coordinator there with Ted Roof, who was an analyst for Clemson last year. So I don't think that that Venables was trying to fleece the Clemson program, but he damn sure took 2 good coaches with him. That's for sure, and one of the better recruiters for Clemson. So,
has anybody ever stopped to think that maybe they wanted to go with him?
Maybe they did. That's a good point. Welcome into the program, sir. Good evening.
Just sit right back in your hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from this tropic port aboard this island ship. The mate was a mighty sailing man, the skipper brave and sure. 5 passengers set sail that day for a 3-hour tour. A 3-hour tour.
fuck is he doing?
You know, we would literally have had one caller tonight if it wasn't for Lou. So hey,
Thank you, fuck you, bye, boom.
Blake
Yeah.
Robinson, happy New Year's to you.
Oh, goodness. J-Rock says Rattler's working hard on his game and he's really talented. The key will be if Satterfield can properly handle the offense and set him up for success. Are we blaming, I don't know, man. The whole thing with Satterfield, I think he just needed more time. I know Gamecock fans were upset with him, but I think he needs some more time.
Sure, he scored 0 points against his arch rival. I ain't sold on it. I'm not sold on it. You remember that video I put out after the Duke's Mayonnaise Bowl when Beamer said, you want to know why? Everybody wants to know why. Why I haven't made changes? Why I haven't overhauled the offensive staff? Why I haven't fired people? He said, that's why right there. That's why. That's why. And I'm like, hold on there, Newt Rockney. So hold on there, Nick Saban Jr. I mean, you won one game. That is not a good offensive coordinator make. I'm sorry. You had a one-off. Let's reel it in just a little bit.
Well, on that front, though, look, to be honest, South Carolina could have scored in that game. I mean, they had opportunities to score 3 points at least twice. So I know the 0 looks bad, but they could have had an opportunity to score, I guess.
Yeah.
He's still hung up on the Vanderbilt game. He says, just when you think USC Junior is back, remember the Vanderbilt game. Calm down. What? I mean, do you think that this is going to be the same team next season that you have right now? No, it's going to be completely different. It's going to be completely different. I don't get it.
Well, I mean, to that point, JetMech says, jiggy, where is it? That USC Junior is awesome. They beat Dan Mullen this year. Well, they did. I mean, Tennessee couldn't beat them.
Tennessee's lost 5 in a row.
South Carolina also beat him worse than Nick Saban did. So, there you go. Gamecocks handled Nick Saban. I mean, it handled Dan Mullen. Excuse me.
J-Rock says, I'm not sold on Satterfield yet. He hasn't proven yet that you can trust him to coach the offense right consistently. He hasn't had anybody there that's worth the shit yet. And
valid.
Needs more help. All right. Out to the phones we go. Welcome into the program. Good evening. Hello.
Tail. This is your friendly man, the comrade. Can you hear me, sir?
Oh, hello, comrade. Are you calling to talk about how you finished pretty much dead dick last in the bowl pick'em standings?
I am. And let me tell you something real quick. It wasn't my finest few weeks. Bowl season. I mean, it's really a clown show, except for, the important bowls. I mean, if you take out all the bowls before December 30th, I did pretty well. And really, bowl season begins December 30th.
Okay, so, but sir, respectfully, hold on. The lady of the house here, my fine wife Karen, who it's her birthday today, she told me to remind you that she outpicked you, sir. So did Bobby Cruz and Thomas Cummings. Both of them outpicked you, sir.
I realized that cost me a little bit of money. I made some sandwiches with them. But I'm calling because I want to kind of make a pick here on this game Monday. I'm going to guarantee. I don't guarantee things too often. I'm going to guarantee something right now, and I don't want this to happen. Unlike you color me as this SEC a homer. I don't root for the SEC. Okay?
Sure you don't.
The SEC is the best. It's the best conference. That's just a fact. I don't root for it to happen. I wish the SEC sucked. To be honest with you, it'd be easier for me and the Gamecocks. But I really want Bama to win because it's fun to make fun of Georgia fans. And Bama wins all the time anyway, not a big deal. But here's what's going to happen. Georgia's going to win the game. And I'm going to give my famous prediction. They're going to win by 3 scores. 3 scores, Rob.
Get the fuck out of here.
They are. And everyone's asking, how come they're favored? Georgia's a better team. They're a better team.
Okay. Now the only thing I'm worried about is Kirby Smart might
Kirby Smart's an idiot.
might panic. But Georgia is the better team. And if Georgia comes out there and Kirby Smart plays as the better team, they'll win. Bama is vulnerable. I mean, not like vulnerable against these crappy ass teams they play from the Big Ten.
I don't know shit about fuck.
I mean, they're vulnerable against, and I think Georgia's going to come out and smack them early on and get the lead and win by 10 points. 3 scores, a couple of field goals. Okay, 3 field goals with 10 points. I got right now for 3 scores. So Georgia win the game.
Okay, sir, I have to.
I don't want to. I want to be wrong. I want to be wrong because it's fun making fun of Georgia fans. Okay, but unfortunately, they're the best team, and I think that game in Atlanta is a little bit of an aberration. It kind of reminds me of 25 years ago. The Gators and the Seminoles played in the regular season, and FSU beat Florida pretty good. They had a rematch, and the Gators won. I think it's the same kind of thing here. You're going to see Georgia beat them and show.
Right. A couple of things here. My wife says she made her picks in 30 seconds, and she picked better than you. Vol Steak is calling you a cum rag. J-Rock says he misses you. Baylor says, oh, man, that's not good. I think he's referring to that as far as you picking Georgia. Someone said, Alan says, if Comrade picks UGA, then UGA is screwed. Or is this like your lockdown pick? I mean, you're just absolutely sure this is going to happen?
It's a lockdown pick, and the point spread to most people seems weird. Like, how can Georgia be? Like, I think Glenn Powell in there said, how can it be? I mean, that's how it is. And people will be taking Bama in this game. Remember when they played in Atlanta, though? No one thought Bama could beat them. Like, I was like, man, there's no way. Okay, now Bama had played well. Georgia didn't really play well in that game. Everyone's like, oh, man, Georgia's got no shot. I mean, Georgia's going to beat them. And I want to be wrong because I can't stand Georgia. I can't.
All right. Well, look. Since you're such a guy that you think that you think that Georgia's going to win. If Georgia doesn't win, will you come on the show on Wednesday and will you sing some Blondie for us?
Some Blondie?
Yeah, Blondie, the number one hit. No, Call Me from 1980. That's what was playing the last time Georgia won a national title.
That's a great song.
That's a great song. That's what I'm saying. Will you come on the show and sing it? If Georgia loses, will you come on and sing it?
I might sing that if Georgia wins. This is a good song.
Get the fuck out of here.
I want Bama
heart of glass.
because I like Bama.
Sure.
But I can't stand Georgia fans. I hope Georgia gets their shit pushed in, but I can see the tea leaves. It's not going to happen. And
can we go to the Wayback? I want to go to the Wayback Machine for a minute, comrade. Blake Brock has the great comment. Is this pick from Comrade's computer?
It's not from the computer. This is a non-computer pick. This is just football knowledge and kind of watching the season. And I think this is this Bama team might be, well, not counting Saban's first year there, but, probably Bama. This might be Bama's worst team in the last 10 years. I would say.
J-Rock says Georgia's last natty and Comrade's computer are both from 1980.
No, I think Georgia smacks them a little bit. I think when you watch the game, it won't be flukish. It'll be like, oh yeah, man, Georgia was better.
I don't think this year's Alabama team is as good as the team that lost to South Carolina.
Now, people forget Bama. I mean, they looked bad a lot this year. I mean, Florida almost beat them. Auburn almost beat them. A&M.
Texas A&M did beat them after Texas A&M looked like shit all year.
Yeah. So I mean, I think people are forgetting all that stuff, and I think the game we're going to see Monday is the game people were expecting to see at home. I think Georgia's going to beat them, and I'm not saying destroy them, but it's going to be clear. Oh yeah, the better team. Like, it's not going to be flukish. It's not going to be like, oh man, it's not going to be where Georgia has like the game of their lives. Bama, has 4 turnovers and fumbles. It's not going to be like that. It's going to be like, oh man, Georgia's better. I think they're going to control the line of scrimmage. They're going to win up front, The only thing I'm worried about is that Kirby, just the mindset that Kirby's lost so much to him that hopefully he's going to come in thinking like the Chad Morris thing of throwing, passes to receivers and double reverses, acting like he's the team that's the underdog. If he comes in there and says we're the better team, if we play we're supposed to, we'll beat them. If he treats them like they play any other team, they'll be fine. That's the only thing I'm going to worry about. I think they'll beat them though.
Who's Georgia's punt returner?
Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he can hold on to the ball.
You're always welcome to call into the show, and we appreciate you joining us here. So thank you so much, brother.
I wanted to call in because I had a horrible pick, so I didn't want to, dodge the kind. I know you're all making fun of that. That's fine. Okay, I don't call in just when things are going well. I call in when things are bad. So I make sure. Now, for the Gamecock sake, the world is great. Spencer Rattler. We've got
You're fucking 7-6. Shut up. You're 7-6. You haven't won shit yet.
Come on, it's on the rise, my friend. It's on the rise.
Ascension.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's unbelievable. And Clemson is falling apart by the day.
Jesus.
Dabble going back there. Don't even look at
oh goddamn. Sometimes when you talk, I cannot believe that you're educated. Some of the shit that you say, I just can't believe that you actually have a higher level education. You say the dumbest shit. Just can't. I don't understand it.
Listen, that article today by Will Vanderjagt or Mort or Steeler Will. He's a Steeler fan and he writes for Clemson SI. He had an article today about how Clemson is a sleeper and no one talks about their dynasty they had. Like this crap. The stuff up. It's like it really is a cult. It's a cult up there, and it's funny to laugh at them right now because they're going in the shitter. They are.
That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
They're in the ACC, so they can't fall too bad because they play the ACC schedule. But they are falling into the shitter, and the Gamecocks are rising. It is perfect. It is beautiful. Their coaches are all leaving. Dabo is scrambling. It's great. It's a great time to be a Gamecock. It really is. It really is.
Get the fuck out of here. Jesus. Your basketball team's a shithole. Comrade, thank you for calling the program, sir.
All right, see you, fellas.
All right, see you later. Thanks to the comrade for joining us here. And Brock says comrades insanity is on the rise. There you go. Halo says, oh my God, what the fuck is he talking about? Several jokes about his computer. His computer was a shitter. His computer has cassette tapes for floppy disk. Computer
8-track.
You remember when he was using his quote unquote computer, and 1 week he's like, the computer says it's going to happen, and he went like 0 for 4. Just terrible stuff.
I do.
Beth says he's cycling out.
He's running on DOS.
All right, well, there's that. Anyway, final segment for calls, 803-470-2905 before I go and watch the new Boba Fett with the wife over there. You like Star Wars there, Jackpot?
I'm not a big fan. Sure not.
We like Star Wars in this house. So I'm going to go watch the new Boba Fett. All right, well, 803-470-2905. Make sure it's up on the website right now. Fill out your form. I everybody can fill it out. Beth wants to know who we're picking. I'm not telling you who I'm picking. Not telling you.
Yeah, I'm not. That will be on Sunday night's episode.
Exactly.
I gotta get it figured out anyway.
Yeah, I gotta do some research. It's easy just to pick Alabama to win, but J-Rock says, Rob, what record was Clemson have for you to consider them to be actually falling apart? I think if they go 8-4, that's a falling apart year. I think winning 10 games isn't falling apart. Just saying. I don't think that winning 8 games and winning 10 games is a big deal. Brock says the first episode of Boba Fett was kind of bad. I mean, you liked it, right, Karen? The first episode of Boba Fett? Yeah, the wife liked it. So there's that. Win Model says, who wins the ACC next season? I think Clemson will be favored. The other teams that are there all lose a lot. NC State. That's why Dave Doran, he's taking that.
He took that fake Holiday Bowl trophy seriously, huh?
Yeah, because he knows that next season he lost a shit ton of players. He's not going to be as good.
You think North Carolina could be a sleeper next year?
See, they're hard to pick, Jackpot, because we thought they were going to be good this year. So, and then they're not.
They're okay.
What's the Mazodcast line? They were fine. They were fine.
They were fine.
Fine, just fine. No, I don't think they're going to be an issue. I think Pittsburgh's going to be down. I couldn't tell you who's going to win the Coastal. I mean,
Maryland.
Are we annexing them back into the conference?
Just because they suck.
Yeah, Win Model's got a point. Keaton Slovis is coming in.
To where?
Yeah, into Pitt. He's going to play at Pitt. So they go from Kenny Pickett to Keaton Slovis.
Keaton Slovich is coming to Pitt. I can't keep up anymore with any of these people. You know what I'm saying?
They move faster than hell, don't they? I mean, it's all over the damn place.
Pitt had the kid that played quarterback for Pitt on Friday night. Actually graduated high school from Greenville High, same year as my son, as Jackpot Jr., I believe, and he threw a pick six there at the end of that game. So yeah, it may need to be replaced.
Mr. Boogie says North Carolina is on the downfall. All right.
Where did Bo Nix end up at? Do we know?
Oregon.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's right, because Uncle Lou said he wanted to lose to Georgia to begin his career, and he wants to still be able to lose to Georgia. I guess they're playing them next year.
Yeah. I think they play them. They do play them next year. Too many players moving around, man. It's hard to keep up with.
It's hard to keep up with. I mean, you could do an hour-long video just on players moving around, and you wouldn't even be able to touch the surface of them. You wouldn't even be able to name all the good ones.
That's true. You know what we should do, Jackpot, is after the spring games, we should sit down and kind of look and see what players are where and everything else, because they're still moving the hell around.
Oh, yeah, and they will be, yeah.
Yeah, so there's that. Jackpot, we should go to the spring game together. You should haul your butt down here. I'll go sit through the Gamecock spring game with you.
That sounds like fun. Sit through? Yeah, like it's some kind of torture or something. That'd be exciting, man.
I need a hazmat suit and a gun and everything else to get into that damn shithole down there in the ghetto. I mean, they had a tow truck driver got shot the other night down there. That place is dangerous.
Probably was somewhere he didn't have any business. He was probably trespassing.
He was right in front of the fucking stadium, Jackpot.
Well, it probably was on somebody else's property.
He was towing a car the police told him to tow. He was legally where he was supposed to be.
Still, I gotta think there was more. There were extenuating circumstances. No one down there would do anything like that on purpose.
Down there, Jackpot, it's in the middle of the ghetto. Come on, man.
Yeah, you know, I mean, you and your ghetto stuff. I mean, it's it's just a little bit over the top.
Ball State calls it hobo cum. James says the rooster shot him.
Hobo cum.
Alan says it's a drug deal gone bad. That's funny. Win Model says Jay Addison won the Blitnikoff and he'll be back. Okay. Brock says Williams Bryce is way more fun than Death Valley. Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Whenever I go there, though, I worry about walking back out. So might get shot. All right. Well, we had a good show this evening. We'll be back at it on Sunday. And with that, the show is a wrap.